Hello everyone, my new album is out today, Ar Ais Arís, and to celebrate I want to do a video explaining the recording process and the techniques I used on the album. So Ar Ais Arís, I want to keep this very quick as well. Ar Ais Arís is an album of tape loops. What does that mean? So what you do is you get a normal cassette, well, type 2 high bias cassette. As I learned, you can get the wrong cassette. I made that stupid mistake. So you get the right type of cassette, and then you open it up, you take out the tape, you cut it, and then you stick the ends together, you splice it together. And what you're left with is a loop of tape that goes around and around and around. Ar Ais Arís, Ar Ais Arís, Ar Ais Arís. And what you're left with is a tape loop of various lengths too. You can make a long tape loop that's like a minute long, or you can do a tape loop that's like 2 seconds long. So this is a tape loop. As you can see, it's a very small bit of tape, this one, and you lash it into the Tascam Portastudio, and that's where you can kind of get extremely creative with it, and you almost play the Tascam, and the result is like a really fun process with very little screens. It's fantastic for that. So I'm going to switch over to a second camera angle now, where I show you the Tascam more, and I explain what the hell's going on here. Alright. And here we are. This is the Tascam Portastudio 424 MK3. And this is what I used to write and record Ar Ais Arís. I actually haven't used it since then, so it's actually very nice to kind of have it again and to be playing around with these tape loops, which we will be doing. So as you can see down here, you have 4 tracks that you can record onto. So it's quite limited, but limitations kind of force you to be very creative. So as you'll hear in kind of some of the individual tracks, I had like a bass drone in the room, but I was playing the piano. And then I had like a little, one of my little pocket pianos just off to the side. So although you have one track, depending on how you use the space when you're recording, you can get very creative with it. So I am going to shut up, and I'm going to show you the track. This is Ar Ais Arís. This is the opening track of the album. And you press play. So as you can see, the Tascam is running the cassette, and the loop is looping around and around. And I'm going to bring in the first track here, which is just piano. And that's the loop. And then you can bring in other tracks underneath it. I think this is the second piano. And then a third piano with the synth. I obviously had a synth playing right next to it. You can hear that. And then I believe this one is bass and more synthesizers. Oh, you can hear the loop actually really blatantly in this one. You'll hear it stop. There. And the loop goes again. Here's the bass. I think there's another synth on this one as well. Yeah. So obviously the loop going around and round, and the point where the loop goes back again, Ar Ais Arís, is quite blatant. But what I like about it is it kind of gives everything quite a percussive quality. So it's kind of like the fact that it's not it's blatant is kind of, it defines your approach to kind of how you write the music. So let's hear it all together. 1. And one thing that's really cool about the Tascam is this thing over here. It's called pitch control. And what it does is, how you can use it for tape loops is just making kind of subtle inflections to the pitch. But when you do it with like multiple tracks at the same time, it gets really, really exciting. Or what you can do is you can just dramatically change the whole speed, the playback speed of the tape itself. So I'll show you. We can be, how I perform it live is I'll just raise the bass. So you have EQ here and everything like that. So each track you can kind of make it sound how you want. But if I'm playing it live, I just ramp up the bass to kind of like a crescendo of sorts. And what I do then is, I'll show you. Completely change the playback speed, and the whole piece just kind of changes completely. It's so exciting, and it just offers the player and the person who's writing the music a completely different texture. And although like you're kind of pitching everything down, whatever it is about the Tascam or the cassette, I don't know, but it doesn't get muddy. There's still clarity. Or we can just go back up. But being down is pretty cool. So before this video gets too long, that's basically how I wrote the album. You know, it kind of changes depending on the piece. So that's Ar Ais Arís. This is a track. My friend Barry Gibbons, who did the artwork, this is his favourite track. This is fortuitous. And the thing about the tape is that, like, obviously you don't know where the tape you're going to be recording. So it's a complete guessing game most of the time, and it can be an absolute disaster sometimes as well. I very nearly, like, destroyed this tape, like, by over-recording pieces. But I saved it. But I'll just give you a quick rundown of the tracks on this one. Oh. So that's just an organelle. And then track 2, I believe, is just kind of some JP08. No, it's a pocket piano and a JP08. Yeah. And then this one, I believe, is a violin. And then I think I've done it at the wrong speed actually, so whoop. And then here we have piano. So, you get the picture. So what you do then is, once you have your tape loop, use the Tascam to play the loop, and then you just record that. So it's kind of like a two-step process, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm gonna have to stop it there, or otherwise I won't shut up talking. But that is the bones of Ar Ais Arís, and that's how I did it. So thank you very much. If you want to hear the tracks, you can listen to them now. If you want to get a vinyl, do it. And if anyone, I'm not the best at tape loops. So but I'm very happy to help people in whatever way I can. So yeah, thank you very much if you've listened and watched till this point. Fair play to you. I'm gonna go make a cup of tea now. Have a lovely day.